Hello EU4 players, AlzaboHD here with a brand new video for you here today. In this video guide, we will cover the 10 strongest nations with which to create a global colonial empire. These expansionist states benefit from a slew of colonial growth modifiers, favorable geography, and national ideas that place them on top for players interested in forging an empire where the sun never sets. It's time to embrace manifest destiny and get started with number 10. Starting off our list of strongest colonial states is Japan, the land of the rising sun. If you're looking to prosper in this East Asian sphere, this honorable nation has your back, and samurai ready to take your resources. Japan's colonial strength lies in their national ideas and unique geography, with their 6th national idea providing them a respectable +20 global settler increase and their location providing the perfect springboard for colonial expansion. To your east, the islands of Oceania and the coastline of North America lie barren and unpopulated, providing an ideal opportunity for your resource-deprived nation to expand a peaceful colonial empire in the pursuit of strategic resources. Though divided in the 1444 Sengoku Jidai starting date, a unified Japan has the potential to explore the Americas before the Europeans, opening up the institution of colonialism in Asia and severely setting back the technological growth of the Western world. Outside of expansionist considerations, Japan offers the player a slew of unique events and quite possibly the most amount of achievements available to a single nation if they opt to undertake an Iron Man campaign. Just be sure to watch out for the United States of America, a post-colonial nation that specializes in continental expansion and indigenous war crimes. Formable by colonizing the east coast of America and releasing the territory as a subject state, the USA is in a unique position that greatly benefits imperial-minded players. For starters, Americans benefit from national ideas that provide them an additional colonist and the ability to fabricate claims on all Native American territory, including provinces that do not directly border them. This grants the USA the ability to bring guns, God, and Thanksgiving to all the natives in the Western Hemisphere, permitting rapid expansion to outpace the colonial efforts of rival European states. When reappropriating Native American lands, I strongly recommend the American Cultural Conversion Sound mod on the Steam Workshop to inspire patriotism and nationalist zeal. The US is by far the strongest post-colonial state for players interested in a colonial campaign, and their unique mission tree provides further bonuses to government stability and colonial growth. Unfortunately for Iron Man players though, is that the only achievement available to the USA requires you to start in the 1776 starting bookmark, severely limiting the amount of time you can play this neo-imperialist state. If you value democratic liberty but want to cut back on the calories, France at number 8 on our list is perfect for you. Historically possessing one of the largest overseas colonial empires, France in-game benefits from the most unique approach to constructing their colonies. This is because their 4th national idea, native trading principles, provides the perfect melange when paired with the trade with natives colonial policy. Both of these modifiers synergize symbiotically, conferring France a +100% native assimilation and -100% native uprising modifier for all of their colonies. In effect, this allows them to entirely ignore native resistance around the world, while also benefiting from greatly improved colony construction speed, allowing the French to peacefully inject Quebecois culture into Canada and deport their religious minorities without resistance. Additionally, this European hexagon provides players a unique mission tree that bestows them with buffs and modifiers that directly improve their exploratory and colonial ambitions. If you're willing to shamelessly play these overpowered musketeers in Iron Man mode, you can further benefit from their achievements, of which there are 3. If you're feeling particularly Ternate, you'll be sure to enjoy this Indonesian island nation at number 7 on our list. Although unknown to all but the most dedicated and experienced of EU4 players, this obscure Pacific state is a hidden gem for colonial-minded campaigns. While their 5th national idea might not seem to be that impressive, offering this nation a modest +20 global settler increase, their true power lies in their amazing location. Ternate's position at the periphery of the Spice Islands effectively shields them from outsiders and coalitions, as the regional powers of Southeast Asia will view them as unknown, unless if they expand into their direct periphery. To add further spice, the colonizable provinces in the region are objectively nice, possessing very high development and the most lucrative and valuable trade resources in the game. Much like Japan, an ambitious Ternate player can, at least on paper, explore the Americas before the Europeans, granting them the colonialism institution and allowing them to block other nations' access to it on account of their island location. If buckets of ducats is what you're after, Ternate can also form Malaya after swapping cultures, a very powerful formable nation that will provide your obscure state with free claims, preserves your global settler increase modifiers, and supercharges your economy with access to the most lucrative upstream trade nodes in the game. Ternate players who opt for an Iron Man campaign can further obtain the Spice Must Flow achievement by forming Malaya, and the Turn the Tables achievement by colonizing Australia, releasing them as a nation, and then retaking Southeast Asia in the name of Fosters. Skiing their way up the list of strongest colonial nations is Norway, the only Scandinavian state worthy of colonial recognition at number 6. With holdings in Iceland under their possession in the 1444 starting date, and strong, yet unusual colonial modifiers, this Nordic power is an underrated state for players with imperial ambitions. Upon declaring independence from their Kalmar Danish overlords, Norway is in a prime position to expand early into the Americas, with their national ideas providing them a plus 33% colonial range modifier and extra colonist that enables them to ship their Norsemen back into Vinland. Due to their unique national ideas, Norway is also the only nation in the game that can recruit explorers and conquistadors without the exploration idea set, allowing them to colonize with the superior expansion ideas that provide a further +2 colonists to your nation. And on the topic of transatlantic empires, you can also obtain the Norwegian Wood achievement by owning all naval supply provinces in the world in an Iron Man campaign. Though I wouldn't recommend it, you can also listen to me whisper about Norwegian facts in the EU4 ASMR video in the card at the top right of your screen. We've made it to the middle of the list, and if you've enjoyed the content thus far, I would highly appreciate it if you could give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. The YouTube algorithm has lately been hiding my content, with some subscribers informing me that my previous top 10 CK2 video was hidden from their notifications despite ringing the bell. If you like Crusader Kings, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could check it out and save it from obscurity. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Spiffing Briton, and today we will cover why the lovely UK is the 5th most perfectly balanced colonial state in EU4. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The land of Yorkshire tea and the lovely Queen is overpowered and totally balanced if your aim is colonial expansion. This is because the English want to escape the lovely weather and the Welsh, granting all of their colonists a greatly improved +20 global settler modifier and the second national idea. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not all, as tea is the secret. I mean Yorkshire tea, and Britain must secure it all by glorious colonization. If you're into scrambling for Africa and subjugating South Asia, Imperial Britain further benefits from more than 12 missions that directly grant them bonuses to exploration, their colonists, and global settler increase modifiers. Owners of the Rule Britannia DLC benefit from even more, granting the player substantially increased powers in their pursuit to paint the map red and destabilize entire continents for centuries to come. Iron Man Anglo-Saxons can profit from the Industrial Revolution, Anglophile, and One Night in Paris achievements, cementing Great Britain as a fantastic colonial pick for your next campaign. With that out of the way, it's time for us to retire to Castilian Iberia, the premier retirement community outside of Florida and the 4th best colonial nation in EU4. Castile and its formidable equivalent Spain offer the player a litany of bonuses, national ideas, unique missions, and a favorable geography to jumpstart their next Reconquista, rendering them an excellent pick for your next colonial campaign. With national ideas that grant them +1 colonist, yearly colonial settler growth modifiers, and the unique ability to fabricate claims on all overseas provinces, España is bueno for players looking to brutalize indigenous populations and strip mine the Americas of all of its resources. And speaking of resources, the Hispanophile developers of EU4 have ensured Castile has access to a ridiculous amount of missions, claims, and modifiers if you're willing to send them some pieces of 8 via Treasure Fleet for the Golden Century DLC. It should be noted that forming Spain trades Castile's yearly settler growth ambition for +5 discipline. So if you're interested in spamming conquistadors and spreading your seed across the southern hemisphere, you might want to hold off on integrating Catalonia. As with all of the other major powers on this list, Castile and Spain benefit from a variety of achievements to unlock an Iron Man, with a majority of them being easily obtainable and well suited for beginners of EU4. Coming up next is the Carib tribe, the only indigenous state on the list and a powerful pre-Columbian choice for players interested in giving the Europeans a taste of their own medicine. While at first this may seem an unorthodox choice, Carib is deceptively powerful, both in terms of their military and their colonial ambitions. Their fifth national idea grants them +1 colonist, but the real deal is only apparent after the Carib migrate to the far west. Here, the player has a choice, and can opt to adopt one of the 3 powerful indigenous religions of Maya, the Aztec religion of Nahuatl, or the Incan religion of Inti. The easiest I've found is to convert to Inti by coring the province of Lima and converting via decision, which grants you the reform mechanics. While all 3 have their own unique bonuses, they all provide an additional colonist as well, effectively granting this cannibalistic country 2 free colonists, without even taking into account idea groups, events, or missions. If you have the patience needed to reform these religions, you'll find yourself in an optimal position, and with a well-planned start, you can get it all done before the Christians come knocking on your door. But if you do opt to play a native campaign, be sure to keep your eyes out for Portugal, the pioneer of triangular trade and rectangular geography. 2 words can describe a Portuguese colonial campaign: easy and relaxing. This is because this green slice of Iberian paradise starts with an explorer already hired, North Atlantic islands that put it in range of the Caribbean at campaign start, and national ideas and splendor abilities that place a premium on all things exploration and colonization. Even the Portuguese heir to the throne is a guaranteed expansionist, providing the state an extra +15 colonial growth modifier each year. To make things even easier, a Portuguese player can choose to ally Castile from the very beginning, insulating and protecting it from outside threats on account of its peripheral geography. Portugal possesses the only unique splendor ability that provides colonial bonuses in the game, with a massive +50 global settler growth unlockable during the Age of Exploration. If we include their national ideas that provide +25% colonial range and +15 global settler growth, their splendor ability that gives +50 settler growth, and the Catholic Treaty of Tordesillas that provides an additional +10 global settler growth, Portugal outpaces the speed and reach of every other nation with a massive +75 global settler growth in the Age of Exploration alone, not even counting the expansionist trait of Heir Alfonso. This allows the Portuguese to be the first to claim the most lucrative American regions in the game, like the Caribbean and Colombia. If you're in the mood for playing this relaxing rectangle in Iron Man, you can further obtain the Not So Sad Estate and the Navigator achievement, though you best watch out for separatists, lest your empire dissolve into historic obscurity. Rushing B and Russian to the top of the list is Muscovite Russia, the objectively best state for colonization in EU4. This is because their second national idea, Siberian frontiers, is absolutely broken, but it comes at a price. For owners of the Third Rome DLC, Russia can form Siberian frontier colonies in any empty province with a direct land connection to their capital. Unlike other colonies though, this special mechanic doesn't even require colonists, and only costs diplomatic power, effectively allowing you to spam gulags and spew political prisoners in each and every direction. Davai, tovarish! While this mechanic is intended for use in Siberia, a creative player can take it a step further by relocating their capital into a colonial region. Let's take the example of America. If you give your continental holdings to a vassal and own land in the New World, you can swap your capital overseas and colonize the entirety of the Western Hemisphere in a matter of a few decades. With Russia's national ideas and religion already providing a massive increase in national manpower modifiers, you can use this strategy to field millions of soldiers and retake Europe in the name of the Sovietsky Soyuz. Even if you opt to stay in Eurasia, Siberia is jam-packed full of gold-producing provinces, though inflation of the ruble might soon match that of its value in real life if you opt for this colonial strategy. Iron Man players who intend on playing Russia can obtain the Relentless Push East and the All Belongs to Mother Russia achievements, further incentivizing the play of this proud and autocratic state. Polyeshka Polye. Before ending the video, I would like to thank you all for watching. This video took a bit longer to come out than usual, but thankfully I've fixed my microphone and am ready to release more content. Ironside Computers, the partner of this channel, is currently running a free PC giveaway for a custom computer. If you're interested in entering into a raffle to win this gaming PC, check out the description box below for a link to the giveaway. With that out of the way, it's time to roll the credits.